Ano ba ibig sabihin para sa inyo ng liability? Yes, Mr. Gismundo. What is a liability to you? Yes, Mr. Gismundo.
Sir,
What is a liability to you?
liability kasi para sa akin is way for the mga companies to earn money for the public goods.
Okay.
For
Pero
example,
siguro ano,
they
the term that you use earn is not appropriate, no, because they don't earn but they generate cash. Kasi when you earn dapat may revenue, di ba? But when you generate cash, it could either be through your revenue generation activity or through loans. Okay? So yun lang. Sige, ano po yung ano para sa So anyway, thank you Mr. Hismundo. Tama naman yung sinabi mo. No? Meron lang dapat baguhin mo sa definition mo. Miss Karil, what to you is a liability?
The company owes to other organizations.
Okay. Okay, ano pa? Yes, Elijah. How about the others? Can you open your webcam, my dear students, please? I only have like 246 on the screen right now. Would you mind opening your webcam, yung iba? Oh yes, Mr. Elijah.
Present obligations of the company.
Okay, so when you speak of liability, this is what? A present obligation. Okay? Meaning that this is an obligation of the company today, not tomorrow, not anywhere else, no? But it's a present obligation of the company that, ano pa? That requires them to use their resource, no? That requires the use of a resource. O ibig sabihin, di ba cash is a resource, right? So they might be required to, have a cash outlay sometime in the future in order to settle the liability, no? And of course, number three aspect is that it is what? It is okay. It arises because of past event. Okay, so these are the three things that we have to understand about a liability. So it is the present obligation of the company, meaning they owe it now. It is their obligation as of today, as of financial reporting date. The obligation is outstanding and demandable. Okay? It requires an outlay of economic resource sometime in the future. Okay? Especially when it's settlement time, then they have to make use of the resource in order to settle the liability. And the third one, the liability arises because of a past event or transaction. For example, you ask your supplier to deliver some items to you, but you haven't paid for the item. So you have an obligation to pay off your creditor or your supplier of goods, no? Sometime in the future. Magkano man yung inutang mo sa kanya, okay? So because you have a past event or transaction with that supplier. Okay? So when we speak of liabilities, dalawa yan. We have the current liabilities or those that will be paid within the next 12 months from balance sheet date or operating cycle, no? Whichever is longer. And we have the non-current. Okay. Non-current liabilities are obligations that will be settled beyond 12 months from the financial statement date. No, you have to take note of that, no? That's beyond 12 months from financial statement date. So depending on the financial reporting date. Kasi merong iba December 31. What if the company prepares a financial report every month? So nag-a-adjust ngayon yung 12 months ng 12 months mo. Okay? Basta everything that we pay. For example, the company prepares financial statements as of December 31, 2019. So lahat ng babayaran mo from January 1, 2020 until December 31, 2020 are considered current liabilities. If that will be paid January 1 of the following year, then that is no longer current liabilities as far as the financial statement of December 31, 2019 is concerned. Naintindihan po? Okay. So yan. Also yung current liabilities, we'll discuss this later on. No? Since As I mentioned, when we discussed about property and equipment, we already discussed the concept of notes payable, no, yung ating long-term obligation. Doon muna tayo sa long-term obligation, no, para at least hindi na makalimutan yung konseptong diniscuss natin when it comes to long-term liabilities. Okay, so punta tayo sa long-term liabilities muna, no? Okay, so when we speak of long-term liabilities, now this will be paid or settled beyond 12 months. Okay, so it is not going to be settled within the next 12 months from the balance sheet date. Okay, so we have, what are the long-term liabilities? It could be a notes payable or a bonds payable, no? Oops, wait lang. Dali lang ha. Yes, ma'am. Hello po, ma'am. Opo, yes ma'am. Office po. Opo. Oxford. Opo. Hindi, mamaya, yung second class ko, i-asynchronous ko lang. I-record ko siya ngayon, napapanood nila. Mamaya. Ma'am, hindi, nag-lecture kasi ako. Pero i-record ko yung lecture ko para mamaya, yung second class, yun na lang napapanood nila. Eh, hindi na gumagana yung loom ko eh. Loom. Yung ginagamit ko na app para sa pwede ba yun? Subukan ko ba? Sige. Sige. Sige po. Yes po. Sige ma'am. Opo. Yes po. Yes ma'am. Opo. Yung sa BIA. Opo, yung BIA letter sa kanila. Opo. Opo, sinabi ko sa kanila yung isagot. Nagpuso po ako niya, Jen, last week. Sabi ko, sabi ko, kung di naman i-require, tanongin nyo yung dating may hawak, ba't sila nag-file? Kasi nag-file yung dati. Kaya hiningi. Eh, hindi naman sila percentage, yung VAT sila. Kaya sabi ko, tanongin yung dati, ba't sila nag-file? Kasi sabi ko, tanong sa dati, ba't sila nag-file? Eh, wala naman sa COR. Hindi ko alam po natanong niya. Sabi niya kasi, paano yan sa tapos sa engagement? Sabi ko, walang problema engagement kasi ang problema dyan, sila may hawak kung time na yun. So they have to be answerable to you. Bakit sila nag-file? What do you mean ba? Meron silang binigay before eh. May bilis ka before, check ko ngayon yung, alam ko nakagawa ko ng ng second quarter na term nila, di ba, for income tax. Baka Sunday pumunta ako kung ano si Andy. Eh kasi nandun naman sila, kasi, ewan ko lang ngayon kasi nakakalabas na pala sila. Dati kasi mula sila, hanggang Sunday na doon sila. Hindi sila once a week, twice a week, yun. I know, every other week. Yun. Tanong kay Happy kung kaya siya nandun. Malapit lang po kasi ano ko dito, tag-ano lang sila, Soler. So meron siyang yung exchange, yung airport exchange ako. Meron pa. Meron silang kasi balance sila. Kaya medyo magulo yung recording niya. Kasi meron siyang binigay sa akin, yung summarization ng mga entries na binigay niya. Ang ano, medyo mahirap kasi ano, strategy kasi medyo madami. And then, ang problema natin nun kasi wala nga silang details. Like yung fixed asset, wala silang details kung sino kung alin mo ngayon. Di ba kasabi ko nga, magkano sila inventaryo sila. Opo, pwede kayo gumawa based on the ano, based sa December 31 nila, pero sabihin ka natin, hindi tayo hindi reliable yun kasi ito wala siya ng details. Kaya po, opo. Oo, ma'am, sige. Tawag dito, may binigay sa akin ng ano for the second quarter. So ito lang July, August, September ang binigay ko sa kanya. Bala ko, meron kasi tayo, meron kasing tawag dito, meron kasing system si Estrita Giri tayo. Baka pwedeng mag-subscribe tayo para sa Skyreach, tsaka sa ano, magkano siya, may 2,000 na initial, tapos meron siya ano na 1,000 yata per month, baka pwedeng i-add on yun natin sa free nila. Para hindi tayo mahirapan sa pag-FS, kasi pag i-code na doon, diretso lang FS na. Although, siguro after that, sulatan na lang yung libro na kasi manual sila, pero at least yung FS generation, mas mabilis. And then, pwede naman natin gawin, we take the December 21. Yung muna kasi yun ang audited eh. And then kapag may adjustment, saka tayo mag-adjust sa libro, saka natin sa i-discuss sa kanila. Yun nga ma'am. Kaya kinakailangan, kaya nga po, yun nga po, so we take the December 31, pero sabihin natin sa kanila, hindi reliable to kasi wala kami nakita details ng fixed asset. Kaya pumasok yung recommendation natin na mag-fixed asset count sila. Then we establish the correct balance as of December 2020. Kung nasa yun na, sabi mo ito magsusulat. Mamiti, yun na nga po, nag-email nga ako sa inyo, di ba? Sabi ko na bala mo na magsulat din sa report. Oo, ma'am, unang punta ko pala sabi ko na sa inyo. Sabi mo, i-recommend natin, i-report natin. Kaya nagtasas ko na sa email ko. Sige, ma'am. Kaya po, doon muna tayo. Tapos ako natin sabihin sa kanila na walang details to. Hindi na tayo gumawa 2019, but ngayon na tayo, second half na tayo. So we can raise those concerns. Pero dapat, so magkano yung lalabas na balance sa atin as of third quarter, then we ask for the details. So may details ba kayo ito? Kasi sabi mo na, yun ang gagawin natin. Ano, report. Awin ka na parang gano'n ang nangyari. Tingin mo, walang problema. Paki-ano mo yung email ko sa'yo kung ano yung feeding mo. Nung unang pa yun eh, nung unang punta ko pa sa sige po, sa Ridge. Sige po. Sabi niya, kaya nga, ang problema sabihan ko na siya. Sabi niya, naghanap na ako ng mas magandang explanation para maintindihan nila. Yun kaya nga eh. Actually 6, may 3 months na nakakalipa, so dapat sinulog na natin yun. Kaya mo sabi ko, sir, kung meron tayong problema dyan, sabihin natin. Wala naman daw. Hindi ko yun alam kasi Hong Kong, hindi pa rin niya siguro contact si VJ. Kung kami, pagdating ng fact, wala naman siya nag-file. Ibigay ko na sa kanya yung contact ni VJ. Gusto ko na ako din yung engagement sa kanya eh. Hindi niya binibigay yung mga report. Kaya sabi ko, magsunod tayo sa ano. problema ko, nag-ano tayo, tawag dito, ano kasi, tawag dito, nangingi ng FS si Hong Kong, hindi tayo nakapagbigay. Kaya sabi ko basta nangingi ng FS ko for the quarter na, kasi di ba tayo ka ng bookkeeper? So, wala akong binibigay sa SMFS. Tapos sabihin, mga bata dati, hindi mo yung SMSF, hindi siya umalis sa kanila, ano gagawin natin? Kaya nga yun, Konkon. Ay, Kezu, Compass. Hindi, ma'am, yung Compass audit lang po yan. Di ba yung apat na kumpanya 300,000 kasama yung ACPT. Yung ACPT po, apat yung isa yun sa apat. And yung ACPT po, audit po yan. Compass, basta Compass on audit. So part ng Compass yung ACPT. Yun yung kung tax, yung sa tax, kung bakit ganun yung tax nila. Retainer po yan. Oo, na single ang nag-audit. Yung professor sa FEU, single yan. Opo. Oo. O basta binili natin sila ng ng retainer na kahit anong parating. Kaya naghanap ako ng FS. Kasi binili natin. Nag-bayad yan dati, ma'am. Yun lang warranty kasi wala silang pera. Kaya binili natin mula March. Kaya siguro nagharap ng FS. Sige po. Sige po. Okay, sorry for that, no? So, dalawa yan. It could either be notes payable or bonds payable, no? Yan, ito yung dalawang long-term liabilities natin. Nakita niyo ba? Okay. So, dito muna tayo sa notes payable. So, notes payable or long-term liabilities for that matter, no? Ano ba yung initial measurement natin sa kanya? Initial measurement. So, initially, we measure them at present value, since these are long-term, no? Present value of the obligation, okay? So you have to determine whether the value is at present value or future value, okay? Now, the final measurement of this type of liability is amortized cost. And when we speak of amortized cost is actually equal to the principal value of the obligation less any payments made in respect of principal, and of course any unamortized discount. Pag discount, no, this is a deduction o kaya premium. Pag premium, it's an addition to the note, no? So either plus or minus, depende if it's a discount or premium. Therefore, you have this amortized cost of the obligation. Okay, so this is the amount that we show for financial reporting purposes, no? Yung amortized cost ng obligation. Okay? Now, as far as notes is concerned, we have what we call the non-interest bearing versus the interest bearing note. Okay? Now, ano ba ang difference ng dalawa? When you say non-interest bearing, there is no interest rate that is indicated in the promissory note. Because remember, it's a notes payable, di ba? So therefore, it is supported by a promissory note. So on the face of the promissory note, wala siyang interest na nakalagay. Okay? Yan. So kaya tinawag natin siya na non-interest bearing promissory note. Okay? Yan. Now, ang interest-bearing promissory note naman, ito naman yung liability na on the face of the instrument, meron nakalagay na interest, rate of interest that the debtor will pay to the creditor. Okay? So yun yung kaibahan ng dalawa. Another is what we call the short term Okay. Short-term notes payable, normally 1 year or less yung kanyang duration, or kanyang term, no? Pagka long-term obligation naman, ito yung mga mahaba yung term ng liability, like 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, and so on, no? So yun. Now, will this have an impact? Yes, because if the note is considered short-term, we no longer do the discounting, no? Because we presume that the effect of the discounting is already immaterial to the financial statements. Kaya we value the short-term note note payable, no, at face amount. Okay, kapag yun ay short-term. Okay? Now, in terms of interest nga pala, there are two types of interest, no, which I have already discussed with you before. Now, the type of interest, itong dalawang to, no, would affect the valuation, interest rates. We have what we call the nominal interest. And number two, we have the effective. Okay, so when you speak of nominal, ito yung nakalagay sa dokumento nila. So if it's a promissory note, the promissory note is or has that interest rate, no, ilang percent ang interest rate ng loan. Kapag naman ito ay effective, this is actually the interest that's being offered by the other debtors, no, sa market. So say for example, nag-offer ako ng 10%, the others are offering 6%, then 6% is the effective interest for the loan, no? Okay, let's go back again sa ating discussion about long-term liabilities, no? So sabi natin present value, okay? Okay, kung present value yan, mas maganda gawa tayo ng timeline, no? Yan. So sa timeline na nakikita nyo sa board, no? Yan. So dito, ito yung ating date of transaction. And this is the maturity date. So you should be able to distinguish, guys, no? Yun bang yung inyong bang principal ng obligation, is it at the date of transaction or that is the value at maturity? Okay, because if that is the value at maturity, then you have to discount because we are recording based on the value of the obligation at the date of transaction. But if that is the value of the obligation at the date of transaction, then baka sakaling pwede na yun, no? So let us take the case of a non-interest bearing note. Okay, assuming that you issued a note for a machine, no? Assuming that you purchased a machine for 5 million and you issued a non-interest bearing note, okay, that is 5 years to mature. Okay, so the due date of the note is 5 years, right? So 5 years ang due date niya. So gawa tayo dito sa ating timeline, no? So this is year 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is 1 to 5 years, okay? So therefore, dito sa non-interest bearing note natin, this principal of 5 million, ano yan? Is that the value of the obligation today or the value of the obligation 5 years from now? Yung 5 million dito, the principal obligation, is that the value of the obligation today or the value of the obligation 5 years from now? What can you say, guys? Can you see the board? Nakikita niyo yung board?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, what's your answer? Is the 5 million the value today or the value in the future? Yes, Iha. Jewel.
5 years from now.
Okay, so the 5 million is actually here. Because remember, at the end of the 5th year, that is the time that the 5 million pesos, no, is supposed to be paid, right? By the debtor to the creditor. So 5 million is here. So is this the present value of the obligation? Ito ba yung present value ng obligation? Hindi, because this is the maturity value. Nakuha? Nakuha mga iyo-iha? So anong gagawin natin? we have to get the present value. Babalik tayo ngayon dito sa present value. Nakuha mga iyong iha? Kaya tayo bumabalik sa present value because the principal value, the principal of the loan is actually the maturity value of the loan. Hindi siya yung present value. Kasi sabi natin, di ba, initially we measure long-term obligations such as this one, maturing in 5 years at present value. Nakuha? Nakuha po? Nakuha ba mga iyong iha? Ayun. So gagawin natin, discounted tayo. Kaya discount tayo. Now, what are we going to use in discounting? We will use the effective. Since nominal dito, hindi kita, no, wala siya. Ang gagamitin natin in discounting, tandaan nyo, is always the effective. No? So assuming that a note of this type, 5 million for 5 years, bears an interest of 6%. So the 6% here is the effective. Right? So this is the effective. So therefore, we are going to compute for the present value factor of this 6% effective interest rate. Okay, for 5 years. Anong gagamitin natin? Present value of 1 or present value of annuity? What do you think? Yes, Anika. What are we going to use? Present value of 1 or present value of annuity? Yes, Nika? Why? Why? Dahil ano? Okay, dahil isang beses lang. One-time payment, no? But does it mean kung one-time, kung siya ay series of payments, hindi mo na pwede gamitin ang present value of 1, Nika? Where? When? As long as? Okay, that's good. So at least yung mga natutunan nyo sa akin, kung sa akin man, o doon sa property, plant, and equipment, no, na kahit na stream of cash flows yan, pero iba-iba naman siya, no, pwede mo pa rin gamitin yung present value of 1. Okay? So please compute for the present value factor. So we can compute the present value of the obligation. So present value of 1. Okay, at 6% for 5 periods. Okay? So how much is this, guys? So that's 5 million pesos multiplied by, magkano yung present value factor? How much is the present value factor? Iya? Magkano po? Anyone? Magkano yung present value factor? 0.74 72. Ganyan? Okay, how much is this? Magkano? Sorry, hindi ko marinig. Ano yun? 3,700,000. Ilan? $33,000. Kung sino yung mas malakas, pakisabi. 726. 36,000. 00? Ganyan? 00? Ha? Tama ba? 3,726,000? Okay. So this is the present value of the obligation. So what do we call the difference? No? Yung difference ito. Mali ba to o tama? Oh, what is the difference? How much is the difference? Ano no? Magkano? 1,264,000. 000. So what do you call this one? What do we call the 1,264,000? This is our discount. Okay? that we will have to record in the books. Okay, so this is the discount, the 1,264,000. Okay? Now, what are we going to do with the discount? Remember, at maturity, the company will pay, or the creditor or the debtor will pay 5 million pesos. So therefore, by the end of the 5th year, dapat wala na itong 1,264,000. So what are we going to do with this one? We have to charge this as interest over the period of the loan. So for the duration of this loan, we will be charging interest expense. Okay? Para mawala itong discount of 1,264,000. Remember, sabi ko, di ba, amortized cost using the effective interest method. Okay? So therefore, gagawa tayo ng amortization table, which ginawa naman natin sa ating fixed asset, no? So gawa tayo. So therefore, we have the interest expense. Then we have the carrying value of the obligation. So on January 1, date of transaction, the carrying value is 3,736,000. By the way, first, before we go there, what will be the entry, no? Although you know this, because we've discussed this in the topic of fixed asset, no? Balikan lang natin. What will be the entry? Debit, machine, for how much? The present value, no? 3,736,000. Then credit the notes payable for the principal value of the obligation, which is 5 million pesos. And then debit the discount on notes payable, which is 1,264,000. Okay, so this will be our entry upon the purchase or acquisition of the machine by issuing a non-interest bearing note. So December 31st of each year, hanggang matapos tayo, no, we will be amortizing the discount, the 1,264,000 to interest expense. Okay, so magkano yung December 31 natin? So December 31 would be equal to the carrying value times the effective interest rate. So magkano siya? Magkano? 224,160. So 224,160 yung ating amortization on the first year. Now, will it be added or deducted? Remember, at the end of 5 years, this should be 5 million. So therefore, amortization natin will be increasing, no? Will increase the carrying value of the obligation. So magkano yan? 3,736 plus 224,160. Magkano yan? Iho-iyan. 3 million? 960,000? Magkano? 160. Okay, so nakita yung nag-increase to yung kanyang carrying value. So what will be our entry for this? We have debit. On December 31, meron kang entradang debit interest expense for 224,160. And then credit ka ng discount on notes payable for 224,160. Okay, did you get this, guys? Nakuha ba? So every end of the year, ganyan, no? Bakit tumaas yung carrying value? Because nabawasan ang iyong discount. Because remember, at the date of acquisition, no, nung January 1, 2019, assuming, no, under the non-current liabilities, we have notes payable of 5 million less the discount of 1,264,000. Therefore, the net is 3,736,000. Now, December 31, nagkaroon tayo ng amortization, no? 2019, nagkaroon ng amortization of the discount. So therefore, how much is the updated value of the discount? 5 million pa rin yung obligation natin. Magkano na yung updated value ng ating discount? So 1,264 minus 224. Magkano na siya? Magkano iyo-iya? magkano na? 5 million, 1264, 1,264,000 minus 224,160. Magkano? 1,039,000. Tama? Ano no? Paki-chat nga Iha, hindi ko marinig eh. Sorry. Paki-chat. Paki-chat. Magkano? 1,039,840. 840. Okay. So magkano ngayon ang carrying value ng loan natin? So that's 5 million minus 1,039,840. Magkano po siya? Magkano siya? $3 million. Yun yung nasa amortization table natin, di ba? 3,960,000. If you look at the amortization table, ito siya. Di ba? Nakuha ba? Nakuha po? Okay. So yan. So every year, ganyan ang gagawin nyo. No? So December 31, the following year, mag-amortize ulit kayo. Okay, so magkano na yung ating interest expense? That's 3,960,160 times 6%. Magkano yun? Magkano yung iyan? Paki-type na lang. 237,610. Okay, so therefore, magkano yung carrying value ng obligation natin? So 3,960,160 plus 237,610. Magkano po siya? Paki-type na lang. Magkano? So, pataas ulit. So, we would expect mga 4 million na yan, no? 4,197,000. Thank you very much. 197,770. So, this is now the carrying value of the obligation. Okay? So, paano yung SFS natin? So, 2020, December 31, 2020. So, magkano yung ating principal? 5 million pesos. Magkano yung discount natin? So, that's 1,039,840 minus the amortization of 237,610. Magkano po siya? Magkano po? $1,039,840 minus 237,610. I hope you're doing some paperwork dyan sa inyo para nakakasunod kayo. You're also solving. Magkano iho-iha? Dami naman tinatype. Ano lang yan 1,039,840 minus 237,610. Magkano? Ano ba ginagawa nyo? 802,230. Okay. 802,230. So magkano yung carrying value ng obligation natin as of 2020? So this is 4,197,770, no? That is the value doon sa ating amortization table. No? Naglulobot ako, wait lang ha. Sige, kopya muna kayo. Nabutan. Sorry, nawala ako. Okay? Okay na tayo? Guys, can you hear me? Hindi. Oh, wala ako. Guys, can you hear me? Ayaw nang i-share yung webcam ko. Sandali ha. Guys, do you hear me? Mukhang hindi. Hello? Hello? Hello po? Hello po? Ay, nasa klase ako, Eric. Wait lang. At tawag ka ulit. Nasa klase ako. Okay, can you hear me, guys? Can you hear me, class? Ayan na. Pero naririnig niyo ako? Ba't ganun? Ayaw niyo mag-share. Pero yung webcam wala, no? Ba't sa akin wala? Nakikita niyo na? Wala nga sa akin eh, wait lang. Hello? Ayan. Ay, nawala na naman. Error on sharing. Ala, anong nangyari? Ah. Hello. Hello. Naririnig niyo ako, Iho, Iha? Yan. Can you see my screen, ano na? My screen, the whiteboard? Okay, pakilakasan lang ha, medyo mahina. Okay, sige. So, ito yung non-interest bearing note natin. So, you just continue until the 5th year. Ang mangyayari dyan, on the 5th year, your outstanding balance will be 5 million. So, every month, every year end, no, the company will have to make the entry to amortize the discount. So, pababa na po ba yung discount na to, pataas na pataas yung carrying value ng obligation natin, no? Sige, so that's for the non-interest bearing note. Now, what if it's an interest bearing note? Now, if it's an interest bearing note, guys, there are two situations that can happen, no? In an interest bearing note, two situations can happen. Remember the two types of interest I mentioned to you earlier, the effective and the nominal. So one situation is that the nominal is equal to the effective. And then the other situation is that the nominal is not equal to the effective. Okay? Nominal is equal and nominal is not equal to the effective. Either the nominal is higher than the effective or the nominal is lower than the effective. Okay, so ito yung mga pwedeng mangyari, no? Nominal is equal to effective, in which case wala kang problema. You just have to record the interest and the loan, no, the usual way. So pag nakuha mo yung loan, debit cash, credit notes payable. Pag nagbabayad ka ng interest, debit ka ng interest expense, credit ka ng cash. No adjustment for amortization because nominal is equal to effective. But when it comes to the second one, nominal is not equal to effective, then that is when we will have to do discounting again. Okay? Yan. So, ano gagawin natin? We first have to compute the nominal interest. Okay? The nominal interest and then discount the nominal and the principal. Again, no? So, dito, for example, ito. Yan. Assuming that the nominal is 10%, while the effective is 6%. So, anong gagawin natin? First, compute for the, remember, sabi ko, di ba, yung principal mo ba nasa present or nasa future? Pag ito interest bearing, yung principal mo nandito. Because the value of this includes the interest. Right? Nakuha ba? So, habang pupunta ka sa pinakadulo, maturity niya, iba na yung value niya kasi meron ka lang interest na kasama. Okay? Yun. So, ngayon, anong gagawin natin? When nominal is not equal to effective. Now, in this situation, ano mas mataas? Mas mataas yung effective than the nominal. So, computin natin magkano ang ating effective interest. So, that's gonna be 10% of 5 million. That will give us 500,000 every year. Tama? 500,000. 500,000. Ay, okay pala, sorry. Bakit ba M nilagay ko? So, that's 500,000. 500,000, 500,000, 500,000, 500,000. Okay, and then of course on the 5th year you have to pay the 5 million. Right? Now, if you can see on the board, no? Meron tayong dalawang types ng cash flow. Right? Yung isa, eto, fairly consistent, and the other one is not. Okay? So, ano gagawin natin? We again discount all of this papunta dito sa present. Ano gagamitin natin? Etong 500,000, these are stream of cash flows, but the cash flows are the same. So, we're going to use the present value of annuity. Okay? Para mas mabilis ang computation natin. While this one, the 5 million, again, it's just a one-time. Ano yan nasa table mo? Aso? Shih Tzu. Meron ako mga ganyan dati, 16. Umabot ako ng 16. Breeder, tsaka nag-show ako ng Shih Tzu dati. Meron ako mga Philippine Grand Champions. Yan. Pakita ko sa'yo. Yung picture na lang. Okay? So yan. So gagawin natin, we get the present value of 1. Okay? Para dun sa 5 million. Can you compute the present value of 1? Again, using 6%. Yung kanina yun, di ba? 0.7, ano yun? What was the value kanina? 0.7? 7? 7472. 7472, okay? And then present value of the, principal to, present value of the interest. So, present value of annuity, no? 500,000 multiplied by, magkano yung annuity natin? How much is the annuity factor? 4.21. 23. Do you confirm this, guys? Can you confirm if this is okay? Yung 4.2123?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you please compute the present value? So, magkano yung 5 million times 0.7472? Magkano? Sorry, 2 million. Ganyan, 2,106,150. Okay. Yes. Yes. Ha? Pakiulit, iho.
Sa interest po yan, sir.
Alin? Interest to. Okay, so 2,106,150. O, magkano yung sa taas? Kaya pala sabi parang ang liit. 3 million? 736. 000. Okay, so therefore, how much is the total? So this is 150, 12 carry 1, 4, 8. So this is now the total value, no? 5,842,150 against the principal of 5 million. So therefore, we have how much? 842,000 as the difference, okay? And if you look at the condition now, the present value is higher than the principal. So we have here a premium. Okay? We have a premium now, no? Which again, we have to amortize over the life of the, or the term of the obligation. Okay, how are we going to record this transaction? Okay, so therefore we purchase the machine, for how much? 5,842,150. Credit notes payable for 5 million. And then credit premium on notes payable for 842,150. Okay, so this is our entry for this acquisition. Okay? Yan. So ngayon, ano gagawin natin? Gagawa tayo ngayon ng amortization table. Okay? So ano muna? So FS presentation natin at the date of acquisition. So among the non-current assets, you have machine for how much? 5,842,150. Okay? And then among the non-current liabilities, you have your notes payable for how much? 5 million. And then we add the premium for 842,150, or total of 5,842,150. So this is the carrying value of the obligation. Nakikita niyo yung iha? Okay. So therefore, gawa tayo ng amortization table. Sa amortization table, ano mangyayari? Magkakaroon tayo ng dalawang column for the interest. One is the effective and the other one is the nominal. Okay? So we have here the effective, nominal, and the difference between them is the amortization, no? And then that will be adjusted to the carrying value of the obligation. Okay? So January 1, date of transaction, carrying value is 8,842,150. Okay? Now December 31, ano mangyayari? The company will have to pay. Magkano yung babayaran niya? Yun, 500,000 nominal, no? Magkano effective natin? That will be 5,842,150 times ilang percent? Yung 6% effective interest rate. So magkano yun? Pakimultiply, 5,842,150 times 6%. How much is that? 523. So magkano yung difference niya, iho? 29. Magkano yung difference niya, iho? 148. Magkano yung difference? Magkano yung difference? 500 minus 350, 529. O, sino mauna? Ano lang? 149,471. Okay, so ano mangyayari? This would be a deduction from the carrying value of the obligation. So minus kasi pinakadulo niyan, this should be 5 million only and the carrying value now is more than 5 million. So dapat pabawas. So magkano to? Magkano yung bagong value ng obligation natin? 5.8 minus 149,471. Magkano siya? Magkano po? Sige, pakitype na lang kung medyo mahina yung ating audio eh. Magkano?
5 million.
Ah.
5,662,679.
Paki-check 5,692,679. Tama ba? Tama? Tama. Okay. So ito na yung current value no as of December 31. So anong gagawin ng entrada ng company dyan? The company will have to prepare two entries. Number one, to pay the interest. Debit, interest expense for 500,000 and credit ka ng cash, nagbayad for 500,000. And then the second one is for the amortization. Okay, so debit ka ng premium for, magkano yun? 149,471 and credit ka ng interest expense. 149,471. Okay? So with this, bababa yung premium mo, lalaki yung, bababa rin yung value ng obligation natin, no? Until the end of the fifth year, 5 million na lang siya. So ang entry mo na lang ay debit notes payable, credit cash 5 million. After paying the interest on the fifth year and of course the premium amortization. December 31, following year. So magkano yung kanyang effective? 5,692,679 times 6%. Magkano yung iho-ihan? Magkano? 300? Okay. 561. 341,561. Tama ba, iho? Tama? Okay. So magkano yung ating amortization ng premium difference? 439. So magkano ang bagong carrying value ng obligation? 200? I didn't get the last digits. 240. 41. Magkano? 240 nga, 9 minus 9. Okay? Sige. Okay, so anong entrada ng company dito? Unang-una, the payment of the nominal interest. Debit, interest expense, 500,000, credit cash, 500, and then ano pa? Amortization of the premium. Debit premium on note payable, 158,439, credit ka ng interest expense. So again, pag sinabing interest expense, ang inyong magiging shortcut is the carrying value of the obligation multiplied by the effective interest rate. Okay? Nakuha ba? Nakuha? So needless to say guys, kapag magkaiba naman, ito yung 6%, ito yung 10%, anong i-expect natin? The company will have a discount on notes payable. So ganun pa rin yung amortization natin. Nakuha? So di natin illustrate alam nyo na. So baguhin lang natin ito, mag-iiba na siya. Hindi na siya premium, magiging discount na siya. You try it on your own. Okay? Okay, let's have another variation. Assuming that you still follow this one, kaya lang, this time, we will have to pay 1 million every year. 1 million every year until the 5th year. So ano mangyayari dito? Yung ating timetable, yan, timeline natin. Timeline natin dito. So magkakaroon tayong payment na 1 million every year for payment of the principal. Okay, 1 million. And then of course, we still have to pay the interest kasi interest bearing to, di ba, at 10%. But the interest is based on the outstanding balance of the obligation. So on the first year, 1st December 31, the amount of the obligation is 5 million. Right? So 5 million times 10, that's 500,000. On the second year, 1 million has been settled. So magkano na lang ang balance? 4 million. So 4 million times 10 is 400,000. On the third year, that's 300. On the fourth year, that's 100. 200, and then 100 on the fifth year. Okay? So anong gagawin natin dito? We're seeing now two streams of cash flows. Yung isa pare-pareho, so we can use the present value of annuity. And the other one, hindi pare-pareho, present value of 1 na naman tayo. To get the present value of the obligation. Okay. So therefore, yung present value of the principal natin, magkano po siya? So 1 million times, magkano yung present value factor niya? So that would be 10%, 6%, yung ating effective. 6% effective rate over 5 years, So, magkano to? Present value of annuity. Kita nyo ba?
747.
Pakiulit.
747.
I'm sorry, ulit.
0.747.
Oo nga naman. Okay. And then, present value of the interest. Magkakaiba sila, di ba? So, no choice tayo, isa-isahin natin. 500, 400, 300. Yes. Pakiulit. Ay, annuity to. Nga pala. Annuity to. Sorry. Annuity to. Magkano yung annuity niya? 4.2123. O, pakikuha yung iba. So, 4,212,300. O, ito. Magkano to? Point? Ilan? 94.33. Yung sumunod? 88.93.
99 po.
99. Yung sumunod,
83.96 po.
83.96. Yung sumunod,
79.20 po.
73.
79.20.
20. Yung sumunod,
79 po. 79.20.
79.20. Then yung sumunod,
74.70.
74.72. Okay, can you find the present value, compute the present value please of each interest. Magkano to, magkano to, magkano to, magkano to, magkano to?
471,650.
Next. Oh, next.
355,960.
960.
60.
Next. Next.
Wait lang po.
Magkano? Oh, sige, wait lang.
$880.
818. Okay, next. 158. 158,400. Okay, 158,400. Next one. Ah, 74,720. So magkano yung total natin? Magkano? Bakit 1 million? May 4 million tayo dito. Magkano yung total? Kita ba? 1 million na kita. O, magkano yung total natin? Tuloy ang buhay. Total guys? Total? Kita niyo ba? Kita ba? Oh, anyone? $5,524,000. Pakiulit, 5 million. Pakitype niya. 910 dulo. Ganyan ba? 5,524,910. Okay, so less the 5 million principal, so you have 524,910. This is your premium. So are we going to record that? How are we going to record? So meron pa rin naman, no? Naiba lang yung premium natin. So therefore, that would be 5,524,910. So the premium is 524,910. Okay? So among your current, non-current assets, you have the machine of 5,524,910. And then we have the notes payable of 5 million. And then the premium of 524,910. Kaya 5,524,910. No, kaya balansyado yung equation natin, asset is equal to liabilities. Okay? Nakuha ba? Okay, gawa tayo ng amortization table ulit, no? So ano magbabago sa amortization table natin? Now we have to add another column, and that is the payment of the principal. No? Remember, principal will be paid every year. Okay, so principal payment dito. Okay, so therefore, January 1, ang ating carrying value, kita nyo ba guys? Sabihin mo hindi nakikita ha. Kita nyo? So magkano yung carrying value? 5,524,910. Right? So therefore, December 31, ano mangyayari? We have to pay the principal of 1 million pesos. Oh, compute the effective. 5,524,910 times 6%. Nominal is 500,000.
Ano po pala, 5,524,848.
848. Tama? 848? Okay, 848. 848. So dito, 848. Okay, so magkano tayo? Magkano effective? 5,524,848 times 6%. Ilan yan? Magkano? Oh, magkano? Effective. Landero. 5,524,848 times 6%. Magkano? Sino meron? Okay, so magkano yung amortization natin? Difference of effective and nominal.
168,510.
Okay, so anong gagawin natin dito? Remember, pagdating ng 5th year dito, dapat 0 na to. Right? Because we're paying the principal 1 million every year. So anong gagawin natin? Minus the principal. What about the amortization? Pababa din. Right? Kasi mataas siya, pababa natin. So minus. So magkano yung carrying value ng obligation? How much is the carrying value? Iha?
4,356,300.
300, 00?
39.
339. Okay. So this is now the carrying value of the obligation at the end of the first year. So anong entrada ng company dito? Number 1 is to pay the principal. Debit, notes payable for 1 million pesos. Then credit cash for 1 million, di ba? And then pay off the interest. Debit, interest expense for how much? Magkano siya? 500,000. And credit cash for 500,000. And then number 3, ano pa? Debit, the amortization of the premium. Debit premium on notes payable for how much? 168,509. And credit ka na interest expense, no? Again, mababa interest expense mo, no? Kasi mababa ang effective. 168, ano ba ito? 168, wala nang tinta. 509, wala nang tinta. Wala, ano yun? Okay? So second year, alam niyo na kung paano gagawin, no? Same lang. So sundan niyo yung gagawin yung ginawa natin for the first year. For you to be able to get the whole story, no? Yung pinakadulo. At pagdating sa pinakadulo, dapat zero na to because we're paying 1 million every year. Right? Sige. So, okay na to? Tama? Okay na to sa inyo? Kuha na? So, you can solve exercises na, no? With this? Tama ba? Can you solve exercises na with this? Landero. Yes, Mundo. Okay na ba? Okay. So let's solve some exercises. I'll assign some exercises to you and then let's break for a while and then we can continue, no? So please open your books, financial liabilities. No, volume 1. Volume 1, financial assets and financial liabilities. Okay. 5-7. Five dash 9. Five 7, 5-9. O yun muna, 5 dash, ano yun? 7 and 9 ba yun? Pakisolve, no? So, let's break for a while and then I'll be back after 10-15 minutes. Okay? Sige, pasolve muna yan so we can discuss later. Kung pwedeng isolve nyo sa Excel so you can present. Okay? Sige, pakisolve sa Excel so you can present. Ha? Sige, I'll see you again.